a very warm welcome. It's Magical May here at Flamingo Land. So it's 10 o'clock and I'm about to have first ride of the day going on Velocity. So just had 2 back-to-back rides on Velocity. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, just now going to have a go on Navigator. I haven't had a go on this since last week. So yeah, it's a very quiet day today. The weather's really good and ride availability is excellent. You know, a lot of people book these what's called exclusive ride times, ERTs, at like £2,500 per ride at other parks and stuff like that. Whereas if you just buy a season pass and just come on off-peak days to somewhere like Flamingo Land, you can have that included in your pass for free. Just like we have today. You can get on any ride straight on and you can re-ride and it's ace. So I've just had a fun ride on Navigator, which was the prototype for that sort of ride, if you didn't already know. And now I think we're going to have a look at going on Hero. Hero is not that painful a ride if you're a big person. I've noticed it seems to hurt small skinny people. So if you're like me and got a bit of extra padding, this is okay as a ride. Hero. Or toast of the ride, as some people affectionately call it. So because I'm a Q-Pass user, I've got my wristband, which means that no matter how quiet it is, you enter via the exit, because normally there's assigned seating, and here I don't think there's actually any queue either. It's actually very quiet. So I'm going to have a look at doing a ride on Mumbo Jumbo now. It's very quiet in the park today, but then again it's an off-peak day. There's a couple of school groups here and it's a really perfect day for a pass holder, and this is why I encourage anyone to buy a annual pass, because then you can just come up. If you're within, you know, like the area of Leeds, you can be up here, drop the kids off at school, do a couple of hours and then go back and pick the kids up. It's that easy. It's only an hour and a quarter from Leeds. So just had 2 back-to-back runs on Mumbo Jumbo there. Just 2 of us in a car, no one in the queue. There were only a couple of people in the queue when we got back round. So yeah, so the timeouts today, if you're a Q-Pass user, as you can see, are no timeouts, because they're just marking the card because you've been on the ride, not because there's a queue. So yeah, gonna have a look at going on Kimali now, I think. So that's the normal entrance for Kimali. That's the exit, and we are going to board from the exit as Q-Pass users, because on here there is specific seats to sit in. They normally sit in the rear seats, with the service user sat on the left hand side and the carer on the right hand side as you're facing forward. So just had a ride on Kimali. Had a bit of a funny interaction with the ride host. I can only assume it was his first day because he said he was new. He looked at my card and he says, it says Mumbo Jumbo. He says, you've Mumbo Jumbo. I said, yeah, I know. He thought it meant that what was written on it was the ride that I was going on. But it isn't, it's the ride I've been on. So seeing as we're in the area, I think now it's time for a go on Voodoo, or maybe not, I might catch the train. I think the train's here, so I'm going to catch that and have a ride round back. Yeah, just about to go on Voodoo and here comes a train. So the sit queue says 0 minutes, which means this is a walk on. I've just had 2 back-to-back rides there on sick. You know, this is the thing, as I was saying earlier, when it's quiet you can just say, can I re-ride please? Magic words. Don't ask, don't get. Sometimes you get. And as I say, it's akin to ERT. So as a pass holder, you're not really feeling like you're tied to being there at 10 and leaving at 4 or 5 or whatever time it closes. That's another advantage of having a pass, is you can, as I said earlier, you can bob up after school, you know, after the school run, drop the kids off, come up here, have a couple of hours, come home again. That's exactly what I'm doing today. The only thing I need now is a travel companion. So when you arrive at Flamingo Land, in order to get the queue pass to avoid the queues, you go into the first aid post there and you show them your evidence, normally a PIP or a DLA letter, things like that. They then issue you with a wristband. The service user has an orange wristband and the carer has a purple wristband. They will also issue you with a queue pass card for your times to be written on.